Good afternoon. My name is Jesus, and today I'll be giving you guys an informative briefing on the military justice judicial system. Throughout all the branches, it is the same way. We are governed by the Manual for Courts Martial, which is updated about every 2 years or so. But most notably, there was a change in just how we process cases with the Military Justice Act of 2016. It went into effect as of 1 January this year. But a lot of people are kind of aware that the military justice system is different than the civilian sector, but I'll be explaining that shortly. So, the military justice system, it is a commander-directed program system where commanders hold their people accountable. So, for an example, a downrange unit guy in charge, the boss, finds out that his troop smoked weed, which is not legal in the federal court system. So he can act on that. So he has a variety of options available to him. He has a non-judicial punishment per the Article 15 of the Manual for Courts Martial, Uniform Code of Military Justice, and also he can choose to elevate it to a courts martial. So the way it works out is investigative agency will do their bit. They will, do interviews. They will get DNA. They will take his blood, for example, and from there, commander will get all the evidence and decide whether or not he believes that his subordinate did commit the offense. If so, then coordination with the legal office, which is where I work as a paralegal, he would prefer charges against the member. So that's the beginning of the actual judicial process. Dependent on the court that you go to, whether it be a special, summary, general, it'll depend on what the next step is. So in a general courts martial, it is very common that very nefarious offenses like sexual assault, murder, sodomy, they are practiced. They are tried at a general courts martial. However, more simpler crimes, just not at the level of being elevated to a general, but not as simple as a summary court, they'll be tried at a special. So, for example, in this case with this use of marijuana, usually what we would recommend to commanders is a special courts martial. So in that system, the next step after referral of charges is just regular trial prep. So if anyone is aware of how the civilian sector works, there's discovery, there is motion filing, but then we get up to court. And in court, they do their bit, practice their motions, they argue their motions, and from there, the person can elect to go military judge alone, tried by officer members alone, or tried by officer and enlisted if they are enlisted. And if, depending on their choice, the court will proceed, and depending on the outcome, whether he be found guilty or not, that begins the post-trial processing. So in this case, for example, he would have gotten just a regular punishment, forfeitures for 6 months of $1,000, for example, and confinement, which is going to jail for about 2 months. From there, he has a right to appeal to the Air Force Court of Criminal Appeals, AFCICA, and from there they would decide whether or not the judge acted nefariously in his rulings and whether the court was actually tried appropriately. But if anyone else has any questions on just the military justice system in general, you could ask me questions. I'm available. So this ends my informative briefing, and I hope you guys have a good day.